Today I'm making a mini YouTube studio for your dolls. So a silver YouTube play button, swivel chair, microphone, and other accessories you would find in a studio. And just a quick plug, my other channel, Rainbow's Toy and Doll Adventures. I do skits and toy reviews, so if you're into that, you should totally check it out. And of course, if you make this craft, please tag me. I'd absolutely love to see it. And kids, do be sure and ask a parent for help before starting this craft. Okay guys, so I start here with foam board, and this time I'm making my room a little bit bigger to accommodate the larger equipment. So it's still 6 inches tall, but about 8.5 inches wide. And I do like to use an X-Acto knife when I cut. I feel like it does a better job and doesn't crack the foam board like scissors often do. And I cover in scrapbook paper. And for the tripods and lights, I'm using dowels and non-hollow Q-tips. I cut and file. And then here with my Q-tips, I cut at an angle so that they will attach better to the dowel. Then I'm using double-sided tape to help keep the dowel in place while I add the Q-tip legs. I give it plenty of time to dry and then add even shorter versions of the angled Q-tips along the middle. And when that dries, I can remove that extra bit at the bottom. Then I slide on some perler beads for detail. And when that dries, I paint. And I've made 4 of these large ones, 2 to hold the backdrop and 2 to hold the lights. And to make the lights, I'm using cardstock. I score lines. Fold on one line. Cut in. And then just folding up to be able to glue it at a bit of an angle. I give that plenty of time to dry and trim. Then glue to a piece of paper. Again, trimming when completely dry. Then I glue to my stand. And for the tripod, just making a much shorter version, and along the top, just gluing a thin piece of cardboard and a little handle made from a toothpick. Which I glue. And paint when dry. And then finally painting one more dowel, cutting out a piece of paper, wrapping it around the top, and gluing. And if you didn't want it to take up so much space, you could also just glue that dowel directly to the wall. For the play button, I glued 2 pieces of thin cardboard together. Cut out a rectangle and a few strips for the sides. Paint the rectangle pavement color and those strips on the side black. And the play button itself I make from mirror paper. I carefully use my X-Acto knife to cut out a triangle. I shape the button, and here just gluing thin cardboard along the back to give it a little bit more depth, and one final piece of mirror paper along the back. And then I just Googled a YouTube image and glue. And finally, just adding plastic to the top. And for the chair, I'm just using craft foam. I shape a rectangle for the seat. Cut out another piece for the back. And then for more stability, I glue more of the doubled up thin cardboard to the bottom, then paint another small section for the back. And then here, just using more thin cardboard, I glue as a cross, shape, and trim until everything lays flat. Glue 2 beads together, and when dry, I paint. And this is just one I did earlier. Then I cut out a piece of paper that's a little bit shorter than the beads, roll it around a toothpick, making sure it will fit. And you actually want a little bit of a snugger fit than what I show here. I glue to my chair and insert. And finally, just making a desk using more doubled up thin cardboard. I cut and paint my pieces, and you'll notice I did end up repainting the top black. And then making another window, which you've probably seen before, I just take a picture from a magazine and glue it to cardstock. Then just using craft foam for shelves. I made a printable of photography magazines for more details. I score on the lines, fold some paper to glue inside. And to make the microphone, I'm just using the end of a chopstick. I file, then file a wooden bead, glue a bit of paper to the top to cover the hole, glue to my chopstick, and paint. Then I paint a tiny strip of paper silver and wrap. Then just adding cutouts as if they were like photo shoot pictures. And add my accessories. So you can also make books using pictures from Scholastic ads and just gluing them to construction paper. Or you can use books from my bookstore video or notebooks from previous videos. I add my laptop, my microphone and headphones from a previous video, and share. And so with the tripods, you can see here I also made an extremely tiny one for LPS. You can either glue your camera, and this is from a previous tutorial, this camera, or you can add a little bit of clay to attach. Then just adding my mini fridge from another video, some pets, and you are so totally good to go. Well guys, I sure hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks guys!